Hi everyone, my name is Junon. I have a health science background and I'm the author of the book Truth and Empathy, How to Find Your Soulmate. And I'll put a link to the book below. This video is the MBTI personality type assessment of Austin Butler. But before we dive into this topic, I would like to underline something about my book. It is written from a health science point of view, so we'll be looking at the anatomy, physiology, brainwave dominance, neurotransmitters, and so forth of the 16 MBTI personality types. So it's important to know if you're interested in buying the book. Let's go back to the topic at hand. Austin Butler's MBTI personality type. I mean, I think most people have heard of the fact that he's starring in Elvis. He did an amazing job, so I thought it would be interesting to actually explore his personality type. Uh, Based on my observations, I believe that he is a sensor perceiver, and I will explain why. And I have some notes on screen so I don't miss anything. Austin Robert Butler was born on August the 17th, 1991 in California, USA. He is now 31 years old. He's an American actor and he has a 37-year-old older sister. Her name is Ashley Butler. His parents divorced in 1998 when he was 7 years old. Unfortunately, in 2014, when he was 23 years old, Butler's mother died of cancer. Butler enjoys creating and recording music. He taught himself to play the guitar at age 13 and the piano at age 16. Butler attended public school until the 7th grade. Then he left to be homeschooled to accommodate his work schedule because he started working as an actor. He continued his homeschool education until the 10th grade when he took the CHSPE, so it's the California High School Proficiency Examination, to finish his formal high school education. He began his career on television, first enrolls in the Disney Channel and Nickelodeon. Later on, he was involved in teen dramas, including recurring parts on the CW's Life Unexpected, then switched at birth. He gained recognition for starring in the Carrie Diaries and the Shannara Chronicles. Butler made his Broadway debut in 2018, revival of The Iceman Cometh, and played Tex Watson in Quentin Tarantino's film Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. If we look at Austin Butler's life, it is typical of sensor perceivers. So at an early age, he was attracted to the arts. So he taught himself how to play the piano and the guitar. He also decided to be homeschooled after the 7th grade so that he would invest more time and energy into his craft. He even took even acting classes and so forth. So this is someone who really felt compelled to follow his passion, because when you think about it, is that sensor perceivers tend to be risk takers. They have a high tolerance for the unpredictable or the lack of security that comes with becoming an entertainer. So in other words, like now he's like 32 years old, but he started his career when he was like 11, 12 years old, and he decided to finish his studies as soon as possible. So when he was on the 10th grade, he tried to fast track so that he could really invest himself 100% into acting. And also what you'll see is that when it comes to people who are sensor perceivers, is that they can do a number of things, and they tend to be able to pick up a number of different skills without having to go through a lot of training. So he taught himself how to play a piano. He taught himself how to play the guitar because this was a passion of his. So the other aspect when it comes to sensor perceivers, these are people who like variety. They like things that are new, different. And although Austin Butler has been typecast because he often played the short-term love interest in most of his TV roles and in movie roles, but you can tell this is someone who probably has the potential to really diversify, because the portrayal of Elvis Presley really shows that, and he's willing to actually go all the way to really capture the essence of a character. The other aspect when it comes to, let's say, people who are sensor perceivers, is that their romantic relationships that don't tend to be sort of solid. I mean, when it comes to if you're an actor, you're in a different country. I know that when it comes to him portrayal Elvis Presley, is that he was in Australia for a while, like for like 2 years or so. So that can put a strain on their relation. So you'll see that they rarely stay for many years with a person. Actually, when it comes to Austin Butler, it's an exception that he was like for 9 years at a young age with Vanessa Hudgens. I would say that he's a typical sensor perceiver when it comes to his career choice and how he is naturally gifted when it comes to being an actor and also being a musician. And also he sings in the movie Elvis. So in other words, this is another strength when it comes to sensor perceivers. The other aspect is whether or not Austin Butler is a feminine or a masculine energy. And I would say that how he comes across, there's something very gentle and soft about him. He speaks from the heart. There's really a sense of being really sort of like more calm, more subdued, and he tends to be also very much someone who gets emotional. He was talking about the fact that his mother died when he was 23 years old and how she was his best friend. So all this tells me that he's probably more of a right brain dominant, so more of a feeler. And in other words, when you look at his function stack, so he probably has introverted feeling either at his first or second function stack. So I think that most people would actually agree that he comes across more as a feeler than a thinker. The other point is whether or not Austin Butler is an introvert or extrovert. I would lean more towards being an introvert. Actually, he said that in some of the interviews that I've watched, is that he was saying that he gets uncomfortable if someone, if he's the center of attention, which you'll say, well, that's odd if you're an entertainer. But if someone is an actor, you don't have an audience sort of view. You have obviously the crew who's filming you, but you can sort of like do the performance and then retrieve, and be on your own. So he does, this concept as shy, as not really liking the spotlight, but really enjoying the craft or being an actor. So that's another point. And the other aspect is that I would say that he, even in terms of his body language, the way he speaks, actually I find that he comes across very much like other actors, such as, let's say, Johnny Depp, or even like a singer like let's say David Bowie. So they have the same feel. So I find that because of the fact that he's an introvert and a feeler, there's a sense of almost mystery about him. There's a sense of there's a sensuality, I would say, about someone who's an introvert and is a feeler. So in other words, I would say that Austin Butler is most likely an ISFP, and I think that he fits very well. Let's say if you were to compare how his body language, how he talks and so forth, compared to, let's say, Johnny Depp, you'll see a lot of similarities between these two individuals. And he's not the type of person who seems to be really comfortable when it comes to the red carpet. He's not seeking attention. He's fine being behind the scene, and really, like, when it comes to his craft, to work as a team more than being the star. So for all these reasons, I would say again that Austin Butler is most likely an ISFP. So let me know if you agree or disagree with this MBTI personality assessment by commenting below. If you like this video, if you learned something, please click on the like button. Remember to click on the notification bell to be notified of other videos I'm going to be making. Subscribe to my channel, and we will talk soon.